You know, I'm not 100% convinced on the name just yet. What do you think?
What a pile of shit.
Every child should have one, especially when she grows up.
Hello everyone and welcome to Rejected. Yes, I changed the name. I'm pedantic. This is where reviews either get rejected or we rejoice in all their glory. And how about we go back to the 90s with a film about an imaginary friend and a womanizer and a mother that's quite insane and makes her daughter look like a younger version of herself. Gotta love the 90s. Well, that's a little nugget of comedy as I describe it as 1991's film Drop Dead Fred, written by Carlos Davis and Anthony Fingleton. What a fucking name! Based on the story by Elizabeth Livingston. I hope she's got nothing to do with Ken. Ken was a bit of a dick. And here's the cast. Phoebe Cates is Lizzie, a woman who has very little self-confidence, and British comedy legend Rick Mayall is our title role, Drop Dead Fred, Lizzie's imaginary friend who's here to fix everything. Ish. Oh, and it features Carrie Fisher. Apparently she was in something else, methinks. So what is the story? Well, it's fucking great. Lizzie's husband is having an affair and she has no self-confidence in herself to tell him to fuck off. Her mother is basically Hitler and turning her into a smaller version of her mother. Oh, and she's just been let go of her job. Lizzie, your life sucks so much ass right now. But bumping into your childhood friend Mickey Bunce, you begin to reflect on your once closest ally, Drop Dead Fred, your out of control imaginary friend. Looking through the cupboard in your childhood bedroom, she discovers a jack-in-the-box that's riddled with filth and is wrapped in tape shut. Until a dream wakes her up and the jack-in-the-box begins jacking off. Lizzie's interests peak and she opens it, releasing her imaginary friend from his prison. And Drop Dead Fred is back to fix everything in her life. Her relationship with her mother, her husband,
What does that taste like?
her friends, and her therapist's boat house thing. I want one.
Pirates!
Each character's arc has several elements to it. They always have a beginning and an end goal. Everyone plays their part in the film. No one's out of place at any point. Lizzie needs to overcome her lack of self-confidence or she'll never be able to come out of the looming shadow of her childhood. Fred is stuck and he can't get back until Lizzie is happy. That actually opens up a question. Where do imaginary friends go when they're not needed anymore? It's quite depressing. Polly, Lizzie's mother. She is overbearing and so controlling and always serious. But ever since Nigel, luscious Nigel, Lizzie's father left her, she has done everything in her power to keep control of every situation. Charles, Lizzie's husband, is a massive twat. He's used Lizzie's sensitivity to get whatever he wants. And after Lizzie discovered the affair, he just wants... well, who gives a fuck? He's just a bit of a dick. And then there's Janie, Lizzie's therapist. She wants a calm, simple life, whilst doing the nasty with someone else's husband. I mean, for God's sake, Carrie, would you just go and get your own? Oh, and she lives on a boat, motherfucker. Take a look at her. So enough about that. Let's just get on with the film.
What a pile of...
Yep, seen this bit. But after that little shock, we're thrown into a memorable introduction. Move over, Star Wars. I'll take an opening credits in the style of a morbid children's drawings, thank you very much. And boom, here we go. Lizzie is an adult, her husband is having an affair, her therapist has no influence on any choice she makes, and her mother, Polly, is controlling, bringing her home and turning her into, her.
That's so fucking creepy!
But back home, Lizzie finds an old jack-in-the-box, and after opening it, she releases Drop Dead Fred, her imaginary friend who is back to make everything better. Ish. And here begins the insanity. Sinking houseboats, destructive dinners, mud pies, a naked Roman,
Oh, can please someone grab a hold of this?
dog poo, and a joke that every single person who has watched this film has made even once. Preferably without the actions.
Cobwebs.
But even with the chaos that Fred causes, somehow it tends to lead to something positive. Get your boathouse sunk? Receive a huge payout from the insurance.
Thank you, Drop Dead Fred!
Losing in public and beat up Fred, who turns out to be an actual violinist, breaking her violin. Escape your mother's clutches and go see your husband. Feel embarrassed in front of your husband? Well, you win him back. Ish. One thing you notice is that every time Fred has caused chaos, it tends to lead to something positive. But if Fred is unable or is stopped in doing his role, then something negative always comes about it. But Fred's role isn't to maintain balance. He's here to point Lizzie in the right direction. He's her guardian angel and can only do so much. This film is about Lizzie's self-confidence and how she needs to overcome those who hold her back and move on. I mean, hell, even after she gets what she thinks she wants. Fred put it best.
Well, if you're so happy, then why am I still here?
You might think that you're happy, but even then, some things might just not be right. It's a comedy drama that holds a lot of life lessons and life morals that you can actually teach your children. Hell, if you're young and you're watching this, seriously, as a classic, it's got so many morals that you can learn. Being who you want to be and not what others want. Understanding that it's better to be alone than with the wrong people. And last but certainly not least, remembering just how valuable you are and not to let others take advantage of you. If this film taught me anything, it's that we all have to grow old. Doesn't mean we have to grow up. Sure, we mature when we're grown up as growing adults, but it's always good to hold on to that little bit of childishness. As Robin Williams once put it, you're only given a little spark of insanity. You must never lose it. People can say that I'm being biased, but fuck you, this is my channel and I love this film. Sure, it's not something you should watch every week, but it's one of those little gems that you can pull out once in a while and it will always get you laughing in some places. The story is original and has some life lessons for those young teens watching it, but doesn't push the boat out on plot, so the story gets a 3.5. In execution though, the special effects, yes, they haven't aged well, but as an entire film it holds up today, and that also gets a 3.5. So overall, Drop Dead Fred, that gets a 7, so that means we can rejoice in this film's wonder. And if you want my recommendation, even if you've never seen the film, go out and buy it. You don't have to buy it on Blu-ray, just buy it on DVD. Hell, I bought the DVD, and I love this film so much, I updated it to Blu-ray. It's a film from the 90s, they can only clear the image so much, but I love this film. What do you think of this film? Leave a comment down below, or check out my social media links, they're all in the description. If you've enjoyed the review, hit that like button, I'd highly appreciate it all. And as always, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and the bell to never miss a review. Thanks for watching.